Hey guys, welcome back. So in the last video we learned how to make the sign up page. In this video we'll be learning how to make the sign in page. Okay, so let's first go to VS Code. So similarly for sign up we had a page, and for sign in as well, like we want to separate HTML page for the sign in. Okay, so the first thing I'll do is I will go to my, let me get rid of this. Okay, I'll go to templates, add a new file called signin.html. okay, now the first thing to do whenever you make a new HTML file is to add the path. Okay, you have to add the path for sure. So let me just go to urls.py. Let me add the path. So path, it is gonna be sign in, then views dot sign in, then name equals sign in. Okay, that's it. Now we have to make this function sign in. We didn't make that yet. We will make that. First let's prepare our HTML page. So for some reason my extensions aren't working, so I'll just be manually entering all this down. So after this I can, okay, I can put a head over here and I can put a title. Now this is gonna be sign in. Okay, now body and body. Okay, so now okay, so now I have to again make a form for sign in. So I'll be putting form action equals to, now in form action, as you all know by now, I have to put in the name of my function to which the form should go to. So I'll be leaving that blank for now. Then method equals post. This will be a post request. Okay, then let me just end my form. Okay, so now in any form, as I mentioned with post, we need a CSRF token. That is compulsory. So I'll just be putting here CSRF underscore token. Okay, now I'll just be going to sign.html and copying in the username and the password fields. Okay, so we want to accept the user's username and password. I'll be changing that password 1 to password, and yeah, and I'll be having an input type equals submit over here, and that should be it for our form. So now after we press submit, we want it to go to a function. So I'll make that function right now, def sign in. Okay, request, then now I have to, as usual, I have to check if it's a get request or a post request. So if request dot method is equal to get, if it is a get request, then we want to give them the login page. So return render request, then my HTML file's name is login.html. okay, now else if it is a post request, then what should I do? I have to get the username and the password. I'll just be copying that as well. So I'll be getting those two to password, not password 1. Let me just change this to password as well. So now what should I do? I have to check if the user is, the username and the password of the user is there in my database or not. Okay, so I'll just be putting in here values, because why not, because these will contain the username and password of the user. Okay, now I have to import auth. I actually imported this. You can just go to this. Okay, from django.contrib.auth.models you have to import auth, because we'll be using this for the authentication. So now to check if the username and password is in the database or not, you can just do auth.authenticate. Then in brackets, you can give your username and password. Username equals username and password equals password. Okay, and that should be it. Now Now we have to check if it is authenticated or not, because like if the password is wrong or the username is wrong, like it won't be authenticated. So if values is none, so values is none basically means like if the values given by the user does not exist in the database, then what should I do? I can actually put a message. So messages dot info request. I can put here invalid username or password. Okay, now that should work. Then I can redirect them to the same page. So return redirect. Let's give here login.html, and that should be it. And yeah, so now if the user exists in the database, then what can we do? Then we want to log in the user, right? So I can do auth dot login. It'll be like we need to pass a request field over here. Then we can pass the name of the authenticate feature, like basically values, okay, which contains the username and the password, and that should be it. Then I can return redirect. I can redirect them to the home page. Now that should be it, except for two more things, I guess. The first thing is you have to put in the function's name in action. So sign in. Now sign in actually. So now after this I have to go to index.html and I have to change one of them to sign in. So I have sign up here, then instead of library I'll just be changing this to sign in. So then for library.html I can change this to sign in, because that is what I put in my URL path, right? Like over here I gave it as sign in, so I can put sign in over there as well. So now it's loaded. Whoops. Okay, let's reload the page, and hopefully when it's loaded we get the things that we desired. And there you go, we get sign in. Let's go to sign in, and let's see. Error, they are saying it doesn't exist. Oh, I gave login.html. It's actually supposed to be signin.html. My bad. Okay, let's go back to views. So this should be sign in, and even this one should be signin.html. Okay, I like got confused between login and sign in. Anyways, let's save this and let's wait for the file to reload, and let's see. Is it loaded? Let's go back, let's reload, and we got the form. So now I'll be like entering in random values for now, like to see if the message pops up or not. Oh, now coming to think about it, the message won't pop up. Why is that? Because we aren't displaying the message on our HTML page, right? So like here I did messages.info, but I am not displaying it on my HTML page, so I have to display that. So I have to make a for loop as usual. So for message in messages, now over here I can just display message, and then I can end the for loop, end for. Okay, now that should be it. Let's save it and let's go back, let's refresh, and okay, random values, let's press submit, and let's see. It says page not found, signin.html. okay, maybe it is because, okay, now I have to like pass in. Let's go back to views. Okay, so now in this I am rendering, I'm redirecting to signin.html. It's just supposed to be sign in, because why is that? Because in my URLs I like just gave it as sign in, right? So let's go back to views, and let's see if this works. Now if even this doesn't work, then like we can go old school and do this return render and all this. Okay, like I just thought to use redirect. Let's reload and see. Let's actually first go to the home page. Okay, let's go to sign in. Let's wait for this to load up. Okay, sign in. I'm gonna enter in random value, submit, and Let's see. Okay, it gave us invalid username or password. So now let's enter in a valid username and see if it works. So let's go back to our database and see. Okay, so we have a name called John and the password is 1234. So let's enter in John. Then the password is 1234. Now we should go to the home page, right? And let's see. And there you go, we reach the home page. But the problem is they are still showing the sign up and sign in option. Yeah, so like the sign in and sign up option is not supposed to come and only a sign out option is supposed to come. So how do we make that happen exactly? So now we like whoops, excuse me. So like we like want a sign out option without the sign up or sign in option. So we can do some changes. Let's go to our index.html. Now let's like clear the congestion over here. So we have all this, right? Okay. So now we need okay. Now let's make a loop, I mean like not a loop, an if statement. So I want to check if the user is logged in or not. So Django has a function for this. I can put here if the name of the variable which I used in views like for the authentication purpose called values. So if values dot let me cancel this out. Okay, is authenticated. So this basically means if they are logged in, then what are we supposed to do? Then we can return this to them. Okay, I mean, okay, now if they are logged in, we like just want a sign out option. So let me copy this first of all. Okay, let's copy this. So I want a log out option over here. Okay, so let's go back. So I'll be putting here sign out. Okay, now the href, like we'll deal with this later. So let's see. Okay, so now we can make an else statement. So the else statement like basically says if they are not authenticated, then what can we do? Then we can like just like give the sign in and the sign up option. Okay, and over here we can just end our loop, right? I mean end our statement. So I can just do end if, and that should be done. Okay, now if it is authenticated, like we can like also say something like hello to the user. So we can like address the user by his username, right? So I can put a h1 tag over here and I can address the user. So now what? So now the question is, how do I get the user's name? So in views, he will be entering in his username during authentication, right? So I can get that. I can get it by doing something like I can use Jinja code. I can use values dot username. Let's just put something like welcome back, and this should work. Okay, hopefully this works. Let's press submit and let's go to our site. Let's reload it and let's see. Let's go to sign in. Let's enter in John or Jake, I keep forgetting. Okay, it is John. John and 1234 is a password. Let's submit and see if we get the desired things. And we still don't get anything. Why is that? So I guess the error is it is not supposed to be values, it's supposed to be user. So if user dot is authenticated, okay, we can save it and let's run it. Let's go back and let's see if it works, and it does work, but welcome back is like totally messed up and our name is also not coming. So now let's see what's wrong again. I think the thing is I have to put this in a li tag first of all, and apart from that we forgot to give a function for sign out, right? So I'll be putting sign out over here. In my URLs, I'll also be pathing sign out. So path sign out. Then after this I can do views dot sign out, because that's a function. Then name equals to sign out. Now that should work. Let's save it and let's see. It's reloading, and like, yeah, this should probably work. Now let's see. Okay, it's loaded. Let's go refresh the page, and it says name error at sign out, request is not defined. Where did this come? Okay, maybe it is auth.logout. It doesn't so maybe it doesn't require any of these fields. Let's just put a save. Oh, whoops, that's for the wrong thing. Over here I meant let's just delete this. Let's save this, and now let's see if it works or not. Let's go back and let's reload, and it says request, but that's what we passed in earlier. Let's go back and paste this in there, and let's press save, and let's see if this works, because I don't know if there's some glitch or something. Let's do this. Okay, let's reload the page and see. Okay, it clearly says request not defined. So okay, it's because a spelling mistake here, right? Yeah, because this is not giving the request. Okay, that's such a silly mistake. Anyways, let's see it again. Let's see. So now it should work pretty much, and there you go, it worked. And now it's giving me the sign up and sign in option. Now once I go to sign, like if I enter in random stuff, they'll give me invalid username or password, hopefully. And if I put in John and put in 1 2 3 4, they should log me in with the name John. Let's see, and there you go, it says welcome back John. So now I can sign out, and I will be signed out. Yeah, that's basically it. So now that's how you sign in and sign out in Django. So if you have any doubts, do leave them in the comment section down below. I'll be sure to answer them. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.